Ladies and gentlemen, and those that exist beyond such basic rules, I'm your host, Kelly the Human, and that's what I was hoping for. Kind of hoping that it would fly off my arm when I was spinning it. It would fly off my arm and just go flying off in some random direction. That didn't work, so I had to do it on my finger. It worked. Hang on. Alrighty. Welcome to part 4 of the of my Black Adam review. Whew. Feel like I'm only halfway through the film in my details or something like that. And I maybe at least in the good, at least in like the what I liked about the film details. The rest of the thing is just like, oh, it's gonna be a while. Woo! I almost debated on whether or not I should do it today. Mainly just because like I was just enjoying the TV I was watching. Batman the Animated Series. I'm almost done season 2 because I have it on Blu-ray now, so I'm almost done season 2. And I debated on whether I just I can record the video another day. I want to finish it. I want to finish the show. It's really good. The show is amazing. But this video is not about that. This video is about the 2022 film Black Adam with Dwayne Johnson, Pierce Brosnan, Noah Centineo. Um, Aldous Hodge, and so on. And a secret cameo from Henry Cavill himself. At least, in the in the um in the credit scene. The credit scene that takes place before Exile starts playing over the credits. So, without further ado, shall we? Okay, if I remember correctly, I believe I went over I believe like the last point I went over was Ishmael essentially just giving away his plan. Hang on. Light reflection. If I keep at a distance, it should be fine. It was like reflecting off my face, and I could just see it on the monitor. It's like I'm like a bulb, right? Bulb that's just lighting up the screen. Anyways, I digress. Yes, I believe like the last point was like Ishmael essentially just giving away his entire plan to Aman. Sorry, I'm distracted. Again, it's gonna happen a lot, so I apologize throughout like this entire. I'm gonna be apologizing a lot throughout like every video I ever make, probably, because I get easily distracted with everything. It's just fun. What can I say? So, okay, it was either that or like the cyclone just like casually pushing him out of the plane, and Adam Smasher stating that was not cool. Honestly, you know what? Now that I remember, I think that is actually where I ended the last part three. Adam Smasher stating not cool after being pushed out by a cyclone, just casually. Like, like, sorry, dude, you were taking too long, man. We kind of got a kid to save. Anyways, let's begin for the third time. I don't know if I'm counting right. All right, so back into like the whole flyby chase sequence. You back into that. We watch as like the the flybikes entered a tunnel. Three of them, if I remember correctly. Three bikes entered the tunnel, but only two come out. Like that's a funny detail I never noticed on the first watch. I think that's like a really cool detail because like if you're not really paying attention, you will see like three flybikes enter the tunnel and only two come out, but the same truck is there. And it is really cool. I like that detail. It's like the old bait and switch. Never gets old. All right. The next point is something that made me go, ooh, that's gonna hurt. You know what? Now that I think about this little detail, I might have to add that into things I dislike because it's like, eh. Oh, and now because I'm not gonna remember to do it later. Don't go out of that screen now. Okay, sorry about that. I don't have the best memory system in the world, so I had to do it now. Sorry. Anyways, so yeah, this fun little thing, something that made me go, oh, that hurt, was Peth Adam. Like when they're over the sea, like they just exited Kondak, the land, like they just got off the land, and now they're flying over the sea, the ocean, whatever. Peth Adam takes the intergang soldier, yates him ahead, and he times it really nicely for initiating that little speed boost. I don't know what that thing was called. I don't know what that special ability is called, but he activates it. Not not really important, but Yeah, less mess in the video. But if my room isn't messy enough already, especially that. That's messy. Gotta clean that someday. But yeah, he eats the Intergang Soldier way ahead, and times it right and activates the speed boost. Just in time, at just the right moment to cause it to explode once it makes contact with the Intergang Soldier. It's like, ugh. Yeah, that's gonna hurt. That guy's gonna need a little more than ibuprofen to, you know, it's gonna need a little more than ibuprofen. Because I don't think he's walking away from that one. Or swimming, I should say. You ain't swimming away from that. Okay. This part is like, so I think like the next scene after that happens is like is Dr. Fate flying into like the apartment. So like what I like about that scene is like once he tells Karim like how he's actually gonna die, like, don't worry, buddy. Don't worry, buddy. This is not how you die. Karim asks, like, and how do I die then? Dr. Fate tells him by electricity, to which Karim has an understandable, freak out. Like, he has an understandable freak out, like a crash out or whatever, because he's an electrician. So, like, yeah, that's his. I mean, it's his job. So, like, his job being what is gonna kill him is like, yeah, I'd freak out too. Oop, screen turn off. Don't turn off. Don't do that. It's not fun. Not nice. No one told you to do that. And during his understandable crash out, freak out, whatever, Kent is forced to put him to sleep. It's like, and then he just kneels over Karim like this. Like he acknowledges that he's not a doctor, so he's not like an actual doctor. So he's just standing over Karim like, what am I supposed to do now? It's really funny. It's like, yeah, that's fair. Sorry, dust. Had to get rid of it. Little lint dust, whatever thingy. And like Ken is like just kneeling over him, like utterly baffled by this. He doesn't know what to do. He just like that is really funny. And then the next scene happens with like where the chase continues on. So like the last Intergang soldier that's on the final flybike, he is just desperate to get the fudge out of there. It's like, fudge this, I'm done. I'm not getting paid enough for this. So he's like, he's overloading that overdrive thing, which is what I call it. What I realized I just called it, so I'm gonna call it overdrive from now on, if I remember to. Like he is overloading it. Like it's like, like he's just overloading it. And he's just, but Death Adam is somehow still on his tail. It's just like just gaining on him. You know. And then once he catches up to him, excuse me. Once he catches up to him, and like he destroys that little engine ring thing, causing him to fall out of the sky in a completely different country. Beth Adam selfishly like, well, I don't know if it was selfish because like he kind of had to since Amon is not a demigod like him, so he's not invincible. But yeah, like I like that he instinctively takes the full front force of the impact when they hit the ground. And then they crash into the fields. But then at some point, like, bro just lets go and is like, the fly bike rolls off in one direction, him into another as he crashes into like this nice looking couple's house. And then like next point, once he realizes that it's like, hey, Amon was never in there to begin with. Amon was never in there to begin with. Once he realizes that, he just he takes the guy by his shoulder and just beats him behind. And then Dr. Fate projects himself in near right where right where Teth Adam is. And he like, questions him a little. Like like keep the soldier alive. We might be able to use him. What I love about this scene is that it's like Teth Adam just is like, oh! No, actually no. No, I'm recounting it wrong. Sorry about that. Dr. Fate has like just has a sudden realization. It's like, you killed him, didn't you? Then Teth Adam looks behind himself, sees this soldier falling, and is like, ah! Doesn't even bother to save him. It's like he looks back at Dr. Fate and is like, sorry, buddy, he didn't make it. It's like, with his super speed, he actually could have saved the guy. He actually could have saved him, considering he was able to fly across a whole nother country in what I'm assuming was a matter of like maybe 10 seconds, maybe 5 seconds. I don't know. So he could have just flown over, brought him back, and be like, all right, got him. See, not dead. I know what you're talking about. He wasn't dead at all. I didn't kill him. He's right here. But nah, what I love, he just lets the guy die. It's like, uh, didn't make it. All right. And the next point is like the nanobot scene. I love like the little bonding that between the two that went on between the two as like they're talking about like the nanobots and like their little like Maxine's backstory a little. Which is like, yeah, that scientist is messed up. Like, dude, what the fuck is wrong with you? Why would you kidnap a 15-year-old man and test it on them? Jesus Christ, man. But they have a nice little, but Maxine and Al have a nice little bonding moment that brings them closer. And it's sweet, it's beautiful, it's nice, it's fun. I don't know if the director was, or like director or writers were intending like really maybe a little something to spark between the two. But honestly, if they were, I could see it. They would make a cute couple. The sarcasm door joke. The sarcasm. Yeah, sarcasm door joke. That's how I wrote it down. Black Adam just comes in and it's like, just makes a hole in the wall. And Ken goes, I suppose they didn't have doors in your days. And I love that just like went right over Teth Adams' head. It just went like it's a good thing Teth Adams was bald because that just went like that was like that just went over his head smoothly with like no chance of him catching it. Which is where like he learned sarcasm. And then he mistakes sarcasm for lying. It's like just uses sarcasm as a justification for lying after he dropped the two um intergang soldiers in the next scene. All right. So after that, and like once he's after that, and like had their little short, quick burst of an argument, and then like Teth Adams says that it's like the little thing, the little I can't speak, man. I'm not good at this. Why did I think this was a good idea? Anyways, um, I'm just gonna go for it. Like the fight between Hawkman and Teth Adam in the little apartment as they're just like tearing apart the place more than it already has been. What I like about that is just the is it like the slow mo shots, like the little quick slow mo shots of like of every like the Justice League member is just like like Aquaman's face being cut in half, Batman going for Batman flying, the little Batman figurine flying, and then Hawkman's mace being smashed into Superman's face, like the poster of him. It's just like those slow mo shots were cool. Like they were fun to watch. But what I also like, another thing that I like about this scene is that there's no music. It's just pure raw two dudes that are just going at each other. They're just like because they have a complete disagreement about what a hero is and whether or not they kill people. Because Hawkman believes that heroes don't kill people. And then Teth Adam comes over, gets in his face, and it's like, well, I do. And it's like, that is a defining moment for Teth Adam. And I love it. But I love that there's like no music throughout the entire fight. That's what I like that. And if Hawkman wasn't wearing his armor, Teth Adam might have maybe pancaked him against a wall. Or at least thrown him through one. Because like it's a PG-13 movie, you can't have anybody's head getting ripped off on scene with like the gore and everything, you know. So thank God for his nth medal. Okay, well I didn't put it down. Maybe because I forgot to. I don't know. Wasn't thinking at the moment. But I like that basically. What was her name? Adriana. Adriana just basically like gives them all like a gives every hero in the room a slap in the face, and it's like, you will work together to save my son. It's like, girl has no fear other than like losing her son, and it's like fair. Yeah, that's respectful. Yeah, If I had a son too, if I had a kid as well, yeah, I'd be more afraid of losing him than like godlike beings all being in one room that could tear up. I could just tear the room apart. Yeah, that was nice. Like it was a fun character moment for her, like showing that she's not afraid of them. She's just afraid of losing her son. Let's find it. So like while Hawkman is like working on a plan to infiltrate the Intergang mines, the Al Hadia mines. If I remember, that's how it's said. That's what they were called. If I remember correctly. If I remember correctly, like as he's telling everyone else what to do, he then turns around to face Teth Adam. He's just not in the room anymore. Like what I love is that he just completely ignores this entire plan that Carter was setting up to infiltrate the um the intergang line, the intergang mine. Like he's just completely ignoring that. He just completely ignored it, and just is just tearing apart the intergang army. He's just completely tearing them apart, like just electrocuting them, smashing through their fly bikes, and throwing a whole diggers that giant digs, that rolly diggy thing. He just takes that and he just hucks it into the wall. Like I forgot they had a god on board. But I can see like what Hawkman was trying to go for. It's just like he's trying to do this without killing anyone. It's like, yeah, fair. But God, tearing right through them like they're paper is more fun. That was more fun. Yeah, fudge. Flight glow again. I'm glowing, I'm glowing. We're gonna be golden, glowing, gonna be golden. Not the thing that I didn't write down for some reason. I don't know why, because this scene is power. This scene was great. Like once what was his name? Ishmael. Once Ishmael like reveals who he really is, that he is the descendant, the only living descendant of King Akton. Like then he taunts Teth about his own son. Teth Adam has what I believe to be a reasonable crash out, which like results in slow mo a whole slow motion sequence. And he does what he couldn't do for his son. He saved this. He saved Adriana's son. He did what he failed to do when back in his time. He was able to make up for that by saving someone else's kid. I almost said twice, but then I realized, wait a minute, he wasn't in that. He wasn't in that bike. I just discussed this earlier. He was not in that bike. Yeah, You know, like it gives him a new moment to save another kid. Yeah, 6 hours of sleep. The longest I ever slept was 16 hours. Fun fact. When I got home from work that day, I was just so flippin' tired. I slept through dinner. I slept all night. I mean, of course, I got up a couple times to pee, because, but I slept for 16 hours, man. That was refreshing and so good. Unfortunately, I had work the next day, so it's like, eh. But, I worked with it. Anyways, back to the review. Yeah, I like that whole slow motion sequence. That was really fun. I was like, his rage takes over, and he's just shooting lightning in every direction. And while I don't exactly see it in the film on the screen, he while he does take him on, I guess he unintentionally hit the kid as well with his lightning or something like that. We don't know. They didn't exactly say how Amon got hurt, so I'm just inferring that he accidentally zapped him. Because Adriana thinks that it was a bullet, but it wasn't. Because then Seth Adams says that it was me. Like he takes the fault, which is really nice of him. Like his enragement he just explodes the mine into smithereens. Like basically bringing into life one of Ken's visions of a giant blue explosion. And like I also once like once Kent, Carter, Adriana, Amon, and with Adam are all gone to do their separate things, you're left with the other two characters who are you're left with Maxine and Al searching through the rubble for the crown. They find more than the crown. They find an overcooked, burnt, crispy Ishmael. My man was cooked. I think someone forgot to turn off the oven. I think someone forgot to remove. You know, I don't know. I lost the joke. I lost it, but yeah, it's like he's just laying there holding the crown like all. Even though in his final moments he was holding it above his head. It's like he was just about to put it on. But oh well. I guess that's probably all I have to say for that for now. Stuff that I forgot to write down. So I will move on to the next scene. The little confrontation, another one last confrontation between Hawkman and Teth Adam. Only this time it's just verbal, where Teth Adam explains his story of how he got his powers and lost his son. which is a very character building moment for him to show that he's more than just the powers that he was given. To show that he's more than just the anger that fuels him. Because once he accepts to surrender, it's like, I've caused more destruction and death than I've saved. You know? In Maggie moment. So like um instead of flying down to Carter, to Hawkman, instead of flying down, he actually lowers down to the ground and then walks down the steps, explaining to Carter like his conditions of once he surrenders, once he gives up his powers. It's like that is a very human moment for him. Him like he's accepted his flaws, but like long before this moment, as I've stated, like he's admitted that he is not a hero, that he is willing to kill people. But what I like, but like this is definitely even more of a human moment for him. Can't sit straight. It's a good thing I'm not. Was I gonna say something else about that character human moment, but I just completely lost it to thought. Yay. I don't know if the mic picked that up. Hopefully. You guys let me know. You'll let me know, right? I don't know where I was going with that joke. Hair? Hey, you can actually see it on the. I can actually see it through the monitor. Anyways, yeah. I guess I'll just leave it at that and move on to the next point, which I find really funny because it's like during production, I think there was like a miscommunication going on because it's like so as they're flying towards the black site that Amanda Waller had set up for Teth Adam. As they're flying towards the black site, and like the head of the ship splits off and goes off towards it. Thought I saw something. It flies off towards it. It shows like you basically got the little text on the little corner of the screen, or whichever side it's on. Weird. Heard a squealing coming from outside, so had to check. I was like, "What the fuck was it?" Oh, it. I was like, I was like screeching, you know. I didn't see anyone drifting, so rude. People are rude. Anyways, miscommunication, as I was talking about. So yeah, at the text that's like at the bottom of the little corner of the screen, it shows like black site something. Then it has like underneath that like location classified. Well, I have a spoiler for you. It's not as classified as I thought it was. Because if you listen to Lauren Balfe's score separately, like just go on YouTube or whatever, and you listen to it, there's a piece called Lake Baikal, which is the score that plays during that scene of them flying off towards the thing and going underwater. So it's like, yeah, not as secret as they thought it was. And honestly, I agree with Kent because it is beautiful. This the sight of the underwater, just like the little seaweed tree things, whatever those were called, is just beautiful. It is gorgeous. So I agree with you. Beautiful. Anyways, yeah, just that was just the next thing I just did. Kent being amazed when they go underwater. It's just like he is completely amazed by it. Even though he's like lived longer than he's ever been allowed to, ever had the chance to, like he's seen so much in his life. But like stuff like this is like still is what still amazes him. And it's really cool. I love it. I'm at 42 minutes, almost 42:30. And so far I haven't seen that little thing come up, notification come up, so I'm gonna keep going. The wall, the base, the underwater base. The little wall of water that's like basically there's like the shield that stops the water from flowing in and just flooding the whole base. That is some really cool technology because being able to do that like without having to create a door that just like slides open and lets the water pour in, you know, like like those decarbon pressurizations like for like certain like scenes, um subs maybe. Think they have it in subs, like they decarbon pressurize it or whatever, and the water flows out, allowing the people to pass between sub and sub. You guys know what I'm talking about? Hope you do. Well, this is gonna be really awkward because I'm not good at explaining things. But yeah, it's like they have no need for do that to like to flood the base to allow them to slip right back out, and then like basically empty the water out. So like you know, I wish I was better at this. I'm sorry. Anyways, this next bit that I realized during my viewing of when I first started writing this or starting jotting down my things. As of the 24th of April, 2026, I was just now then realizing Emilia Harcourt's cameo because she was in Suicide. She was in James Gunn's The Suicide Squad, and then in Peacemaker. But here, she makes a small cameo. Like, I don't know if she was running the base or she was just sent there like to welcome them in to receive Teth Adam, an incapacitated Teth Adam. I don't know what she does at the base, but I am just now realizing that cameo, and it is like, bruh, that is awesome. James Gunn, you lucky son of a babe. You got a really gorgeous lady. The next sub point about this, the amount of prisoners they have. So like after like they are leaving towards their ship, and I've um filled up Teth Adam's cell for to put him in suspended animation. The camera pulls out and it shows off like dozens and upon dozens of cells, and then hundreds of cells. Some small, others big, and then gigantic, and it's like, how many people do they got there? And who are they? Who are all those people? I want to know who each of them are, especially the big ones, the little big ones. Who are they? I want to know what their plan was with this, because I'm assuming that's a lot of metahumans they had imprisoned. I'm assuming a lot of them were metahumans. Hmm. I'm sleepy. I just want to know who they are, because it's really cool. That just shows off the scale of the base. Okay, what I next is like the shot is like the shot of like the head of the ship emerging from the water. It's like it comes out of the water. I just like the head of the ship coming out of the water and connecting back with the cruiser. I really like that shot. That was like a really fun, sick, neat shot. It's just like, yeah. I believe I am now surpassed like episodes 2 and 3 of this series. Like parts 2 and 3. Alright, I believe that is all like the subcategories I have of that. It's like after like Amon has woken up and it's just like he is greeted by Atom Smasher and Cyclone once again. Like he's greeted or not again, meets them for the first time actually, I think. Yeah. Actually, I think that's the first time he's ever met them after he came out of his little coma. Yeah. They come in, they give him a cape. And he's just like he's going like little he gives off like little poses in the mirror. Cyclone does her little wind trick. And honestly, who wouldn't? Well, I'd be cringing at myself like sometime later. I would do it the same thing, honestly. I'd make poses. I go like, which of you wouldn't do that? Wouldn't take the moment, the opportunity to do it? Because it's honestly a sweet, fun moment that I like think like we can all relate to. Almost hitting 50 minutes, and we're still going strong. Not sure why the last video wasn't able to go as long. Because I emptied out all my files, so it wasn't taking up as much space. I'm not sure why it's happening now. I'm not sure why it's doing it now. Why it's letting me go this long now. I don't know. Anyways, while we barely see them, next point, by the way, while we barely see them, are just like the 6 demons of the underworld. The 6 demons in the Rock of Finality. Well, we barely see them. Like only get like glimpses of them here and there, and sometimes they're silhouettes. Their designs, man, they are amazing. They're intimidating. Like they are very demonic. I actually like these designs more. Well, I'm gonna go into this later. I love these designs more than I do Sabac's. Sabac's, Sabac's my least favorite demon design in the film, man. But the six demons of the Rock of Finality, their designs, I love them. They're like very cool, very sick, very menacing. I love their designs more. When should I when should I cancel out the video? When should I end the video? I'm on a roll, so I'm gonna keep going. Actually, I'm almost done. I'm almost done with the thing. So I'm actually gonna see if I can try and finish it. Finish like the things that I like, because I'm almost done. So like the next scene is like after like our heroes realize that like, hey, this is not as over as we thought it was. There's a demon emerging from the water over back in Kondak. Like after that, and after Sabak comes in and tears off the head of the ship, throwing that to the side, the shot of the other half of the ship. I don't know why, but seeing that half crash into the water is like, shh. Hang on. I have something better than my hand. Get out of the way. This will do. Like you see the shot of the thing, and it's just like it crashes into the water and then like you get a little quick glimpse of the wing like poking out of the water. Don't know why, but seeing that, but that little quick shot, I liked it. I really like that shot. I don't know why, but I like watching like when the planes like fall out of the sky, like scenes of like where like the planes like falling out of the sky, falling apart, being destroyed like panel by panel. You know, I don't know why, but those sequences I really enjoy. I guess I do know why, because I love destruction. I love it. I love destruction. Don't mind me. I'm just being a weirdo. I didn't really put much for the final fight. I think it's probably because it's probably like my least favorite thing about the film. So I'm just gonna put this part here. Okay. Well, I admit I'm getting a lot of lag recently, so maybe that's like a sign that like, hey, you might want to stop because you might be running out of room. I don't know why some days I can record like an hour long, sometimes 40 minutes. I don't know why. Weird. Anyways, um, why can't I speak it? Like, it's in my head. It's right there. Why can't I speak it? Speak! Mouth, speak, work. Brain, mouth, work together, please. I beg of thee. Alright, so after they had crashed into the market, they give like almost like one final stand against Sabak in the market, and it's like them all working together in unison this time is like it was a really amazing, fun moment. And hearing Lauren Bell's JSA fights back score going along with it, it was really epic. I loved it. I don't know what else to say to that. I'm sorry. I guess the next scene is Dr. Fate's disintegration when Sabak actually kills him. Like the disintegration of like seeing Dr. Fate disintegrate like that was actually really cool. The effects of that were like really nice. It's like, ooh, he's turning into pixie dust. But seriously, like it was actually a fun, neat disintegration scene. Next point. After that, like after Sabak finally takes the throne, you got a stream of fire shooting up into the sky. Thankfully, this time it wasn't a blue light to space, as Cinnamon Winds would put it. Because that we see a lot of blue light to space in a lot of movies, man. At least in quite a few I've seen. It's like, dang, I better try to avoid that in my stories, man. I gotta try and avoid that. Well, I do have some beams to space. I think. I think I gotta try and avoid a blue light at least. The blue light trope. But yeah. Anyways, I digress. After it takes the throne, like you got the stream of fire that shoots up into the sky and basically tears a hole into it, like almost like into another plane of reality. Or like, he tears a hole, I guess, into the underworld. The sky breaks apart, like almost like glass. It's like as you see it like bend and just tear apart. Well, it doesn't have the glass sound effect that Dr. Fate's magic does. That's what it almost looked like to me, at least visually. It looked like glass pieces. It kind of reminded me of like when like the dimensions split open in Spider-Man No Way Home, when Strange's spell broke free and tore and just made tears into reality. It reminded me of that. Ah, fudge! No, 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 fudge! No, no, scrolling, go away. The next part. So he had escaped. Teth Adam actually I'm gonna go over this first. Seeing Teth Adam actually like break free of the prison, like him just like knocking the guys down, using one of them as a shield to get shot, to take bullets. Man, it's like, really? That was uncalled for. They're just trying to do their job. They've been at the mercy of men just following orders. Okay. Like that whole sequence of him just breaking free and then flying and then just like running off. I actually like that he took actually some bullets himself. It's like, yeah, he was not invincible. He no longer has his powers. He's unable to speak with that little breathing tube in him. And like he's unable to get it out. He's unable to pull it out at the moment because, well, he's taking fire. He's taking bullets, man, to his back, to his shoulders, man. He's taking batons, man. He's getting kicked, punched, beaten. shot, all while he's trying to escape. And it's only when he finally breaks the shield, breaks out, like finally goes through into the water, is when he pulls the mask off. I just realized something. I'm actually just gonna write it later. Hopefully, I remember because I think I'm almost done with this one. So he has like these moments, like these visions of where he enters the afterlife and he's finally able to reconnect with his wife and son. And honestly, it was such a sweet moment. I loved it. Him being able to see his family one last time. That was nice. I like it. It's sweet. And like after that, like once he finally, once he's like breaks the surface of the water and he speaks, just the next shot is basically like an aerial shot, like a circling aerial shot of the water, circling aerial shot of the water. And then like, no, I'm so doing bad at this, remembering. Like we see the circling aerial shot of the explosion of like the lightning hitting the water and the explosion before it goes. I like that shot. That was a really cool shot. Really fun and neat. No, stop it. Stop it. All right, the next point is Pep Adam not being a big fan of Crown. So like this is like after they finally defeated Sabak. And the JSA leaves the palace. What I like about it is like, bro, is like he doesn't see himself as a leader, a king. So like he doesn't want a throne. So he flies up and then smashes the thing, and it's like respect. I got respect for that. It's like he could care less for a throne. He could care less for having a throne. He just wants to protect his country. He just wants to defend his people. And he's willing to do that by any means necessary, no matter how many lives he has to take. Itchy nose. Okay, so like it's like during the credits, like the main credits before like the whole Superman cameo. It's like as we get that, it's like we get like a close up shots of like the characters in their suits and whatever. Like I don't know how to describe it, man. I don't know how to describe it. So like the best I could like was like liquid metal with like the little moving patterns. Don't I don't know what to call it. I don't know what it's called, if there's even a name for it, but that as like the camera like, moves around, like, gets different shots of different characters and such. Seeing that was like really those are like really cool. Those like the really neat ones. I really liked it. Next one is like during next couple points is like during the credit scene. So I'm gonna try to do this 2 points in one talk. One, thingy. It's like so like the drone comes in and creates a giant projection of Amanda Waller's head. I mean, it was more like the upper torso and the head, but whatever. Like a hologram of her. I like that she's just talking to Black Adam Like, this is not the first god she's dealt with, you know? Like, she's got no fear whatsoever. I'm trying to figure out a better way to describe it, but the only thing I can think of, like, a better way to describe it is, like, she's like, it's like as if she's talking to someone that, like, she believes is below her, you know? Like, she just believes him to be, like, another, like, man in a costume with, like, a few little tricks and powers. Like, she has no fear, no regrets of what she says. Then she sends in, it's like, she sends, like, Superman, and it's like, all right, you want to fight? All right, I'll give you one. She sends in Superman. Henry Cavill! It was nice seeing Henry Cavill as Superman, like, one last time. It was really nice. I enjoyed it. Him taking on the thing. Like, him seeing him. But the thing is, like, he took it on, like, with the promise that he might be able to do more. It's like, oh, man, I'm so sorry, man. I feel bad for him because, like, I liked his Superman. I enjoyed it. I love his Superman. I guess I'll do a more video on, like, the Man of Steel, BVS, whatever. Because I'm going to have a lot to say about those as well. But, you know, I liked his Superman. It was fun. So seeing him one last time brought joy. It brought a smile to me. Not only that, but like, while I have not seen the original like Superman movie, the one with like Janine Wilder's Lex Luthor, at least I think that's the one. Like, you guys know what I'm talking about. I hope. Like during like him like walking out of the smoke and seeing like a different S on his chat on his suit. The music that plays is John Williams' original Superman theme. Like a little nod to him, to that theme. And it's like, hey, that's neat. Well, I was hoping for like the Man of Steel one, for like Hans Zimmer's like Hans Zimmer's like, you know, theme for him. Flight. I was hoping for that. It is nice to see like, you know, that theme being brought back in. It was really cool. And the last and final point, because after this I'm gonna end the video. Dwayne Johnson's passion for the character. Because if you watch this like the special features, you'll like a lot of the special features, they talk about him he talks about how much he cares for this character, the passion, the love that he holds in his heart for the character, being able to see. Like, it's sad that it took like years of production to finally bring the character to the screen. And even sadder to see that the film did not take off as well as he had hoped. But like his passion, like you can tell like how much he cares about the character, how much he loves Black Adam. It is really sweet, and I was happy. I am happy for him that he finally got to bring the character to the screen, even in not the way that he had probably had hoped for. It was nice, you know. It's nice being able to see an actor bring a character that they are passionate about onto the screen. I mean, a character that an actor. Man. being able to see an actor bring a character to life, a character that they have loved for a long time. It is nice. It is beautiful. It's amazing. I love it. Mm. But sadly, it did not play out as well as it hoped. It flopped. Did not take off as well as it hoped. Hey, I gave them my money when I went to see it in theaters. Like, I tried. I helped in my way. I tried. It wasn't much because I think I only went to see it the one time. If I remember correctly, I think I only went to see it the one time. But I enjoyed it. I had fun in theaters. While it's not a perfect film, not by any means, it's still a good fun time, man. I do recommend checking it out because it's still a fun time, even if it's on streaming or you have the physical copy, like me. I recommend at least giving it a shot. At least one watch, that's all I ask. Because it's a fun film, so I suppose I will end it here. Because I can only imagine that as soon as I hit the stop button that's like right here. You can only imagine that as soon as I hit that, I'm gonna get a little notification on the bottom corner of my screen saying like, "Hey, you're almost out of storage," and then it's gonna take a while to upload it because it's like, but anyways, I hope you enjoyed this little thing because that is the end of what I not disliked, what I liked about the film. So that is the end of it. Next video will be me going through what I disliked about the film. And yeah, there was like definitely quite a few of that because it's like there was like a lot of problems with the film. But yeah, I hope you had a good time. Like and comment, you know, what your thoughts are. If you want what you want me to review next. My friend, I just talked with my friends today earlier. They recommend me doing a review on another soda, so it's like I'm gonna try and get my hands on that, and I'm gonna do a video at their request. Yeah, I'm gonna do one for them. I swear I'm itchy, man. But yeah, like and subscribe for more videos that will take centuries to produce because I have no idea what I'm doing. Yeah, thanks for watching, giving me a chance. Even at the moment of this recording, my videos are not exactly taking off as well as I hoped. But I'm just gonna keep on trying and keep on pushing, hoping things that get better. Hoping things will get better. Not hoping things hoping things that get better because that's not right. It's not how you talk. But yeah, bye. Thank you for your time. I will see you in the next video. Eh, for the fifth time.